From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go, finish the game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Chubb on the counter. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
The York on now for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Chiefs, nothing. King York taking off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Mahomes throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On first down, Mahomes.
Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
L'Jarius Sneed on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And again, it's Chubb. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A gain of a yard. And the Browns first down.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Give them the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That ball was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Again, it's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 2. They give the Chubb out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the
Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through that.
There he goes, Amari Cooper, the 20. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And according to the Next Gen stats, he covered an even 60 yards, CD, following that initial contact. The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chiefs 6. New York to kick off for the Browns.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never. There he goes, Amari Cooper. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Cade York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
66 yards on the ground for him so far.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Watson.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston now from the 50. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Jameis to throw it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Watson.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing. King York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive. Here picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 44-yard line.
Play action now. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here we go with Kamara. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted by the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Saints 0.
Second and 12. To throw is Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Ready. 3, 15.
Again, it's Winston. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From just shy of midfield, Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pete Werner drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A first down throw for Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Winston. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Winston. And now another one thrown incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Hey!
Now Winston on 4th down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.